Welcome to this video about access to land. Access to land for farming is more than getting physical access to the land, but it's a multi-dimensional process combining economic, social, legal and technical issues. Providing access to land is not a single moment in time, but a process that starts before and continues after the physical access to land has been reached. We call this process the access to land pathway. New entrants into farming with no farming background are facing specific difficulties. They cannot inherit a family farm and need to get land on the land market, facing high prices. Without a family active in farming, they have lower access to inside information. Public land policies rarely have a program to provide access to land for new entrants to farming. In response to this situation, several organizations have developed a wide variety of land practices aiming to favor access to land for new farmers who are willing to play a role in the transition of the agri-food system. These land practices are implemented by a variety of changemakers, including future and established farmers, local authorities, public agencies, and non-governmental organizations. This plurality of actors are supporting new entrants along the access to land pathway. How does this pathway looks like? The access to land pathway is about getting and keeping new farmers and land together. It includes actions in relation to land and actions to support farmers. This pathway includes actions at the upstream level, before land for setting up a farm is identified, during the process of getting physical access to land, and at the downstream level after individual farmers have obtained access to land. Innovative land practices can specialize in one step of this pathway, or they can combine several actions from multiple steps. Upstream support helps potential new entrants to overcome key barriers to starting their own farm. This support can involve teaching skills, such as farm management or growing techniques for specific crops, or it can help to build social relations, such as supporting new entrants to become integrated in local farmers' networks. Another example of upstream support are the farm incubators, where new entrants have the possibility to test their affinity for farming on a specific plot. Other actions in the pathway aim to ensure that land will be available for farmers. So it's about organizing the accessibility of farmland. Two types of actions can be found in this step. First are actions that aim at the preservation of farmland. These can be initiatives and organizations that fight against land taken for urban development or infrastructure, or that take actions against owners who do not use their farmland for farms. Second are actions that look more positively at land that is fit for more sustainable or more specifically agroecological use. So this step is about actions aiming at preservation of farmland and actions aiming to identify land opportunities that could favor a farm setup for new entrants. This may also consist in collecting land data, like the location of public land, farmers about to retire or unused farmland, and that make it available for use. Other actions steer land use towards more sustainable and multifunctional practices. It's about taking control over the land to further aims such as the production of organic food, the preservation of biodiversity areas, or the preservation of water reserves. If land is acquired to set up a farm, the question of the selection of the future farmer is of essential importance. This selection goes along with discussions on the agricultural practices to be put in place, the financing of the farm, the type of lease, and the details on the monitoring of farm practices in relation to aims and conditions. The actions related to land tenure security are often carried out in close relations with actions to use land for good causes. Many of the land innovation practices acquire farmland as a way to preserve it and to ensure that farming is supporting this aim. Usually it's about environmental friendly practices or farming oriented to local food production. Farmers typically pay a fair rent, which may be low market rent, but which allows them to match the aims of the practice over time. You need a lot of money to buy land. Many innovations use various ways to collect money to acquire farmland and farm buildings. to manage these assets and to contract with farmers. Next to donations and legacies to an independent but related charity foundation, low interest bonds and other more innovative ways are used to acquire funding. Downstream actions are linked to marketing, diversification of activities and long-term farming, like lifelong training opportunities for farmers. These actions are connected to access to land in the sense that they allow farmers to maintain their activity on their land. Indeed, if farmers are not able to keep their farms because of low incomes and uncertainties, the efforts invested in gaining physical access to land are ultimately lost for the farmer and for future generations as well. These downstream practices may therefore help maintain viable smaller agricultural structures that escape land concentration dynamics. So, the organization of access to land to support new entrants into farming is more than just providing land to farmers, but it's a pathway with actions directed both to farmers and to land.